In the previous video, we learned how to use the for each method to loop through an array and perform some actions on each element. Now in this video, we are going to explore the map method of arrays, and this method is used to create a new array without modifying the original one. So let's see how it works and what we can do with it. The map method is a built-in function of arrays that takes a callback function as an argument and returns a new array with the results of calling the callback function on every element of the original array. Now the callback function can take up to 3 parameters: the current element, the current index, and the original array. Note that the map method does not change the original array but creates a new one. This is useful when we want to transform the data in an array without affecting the source. Now let's look at an example of using the map method. Suppose we have an array of numbers and we want to create a new array with the square of each number. We can use the map method like this. Now here you can see we have our array of numbers. Now here we are going to create a new array with the square of each number. Now we are going to create a variable const square is equal to numbers dot map. Now here in this map method we are going to use an arrow function, and here we have only one argument, which is number, and because it is an arrow function we are going to use equal to and greater than sign. Now here, to get the square of each number, we need to multiply this number with itself, and we can write num multiply by num like this. Now after hitting save, if we log the value of this square variable, you can see we have an array with the square of each number. So in this example, we pass an arrow function as the callback function to this map method. The arrow function has only one parameter, which is num, which represent the current element of the array, and this arrow function returns the square of number, which is added to the new array. Now this map method loops through this numbers array and call this arrow function on each element of this number array, and then it creates a new array with the square of the numbers, which you can see in our console. Now we can also use the map method to reformat the objects in an array. For example, suppose we have an array of objects that represent some products and we want to create a new array with the name and the price of each product. And in order to do this, we can use our map method. Now to create this array, first we need a variable. So const names and price is equal to products dot map. Then here we have our product. Now this arrow function will return an object which have a name property. So name is equal to product dot name and a price property. Now here we can write price is equal to product dot price like this. Now if we log the value of this name and price variable, you can see we have an array which have three objects with the name and price property. So in this example, we pass another arrow function as the callback function to this map method. Then this arrow function has one parameter, which is product, and this product represents the current object in the array. Now this arrow function returns a new object with the name and price properties of the product, which is added to the new array. Then this map method loops through this products array and calls the arrow function on each object, creating a new array with the name and price of each product. And now we are going to talk about when we use for each method and when to use our map method. Now both for each and map are methods of arrays that allows us to iterate over them and apply a function to each element. However, they have some differences that affect when we should use them. The main difference is that for each method does not return anything, while map returns a new array with the results of the function. This means that if we want to create a new array based on the original one, we should use map. For example, if we want to double each element of an array, we can use map to return a new array with the doubled value. On the other hand, if we just want to perform some side effects on each element of the array, such as logging them to the console or updating the database, we can use for each method. For example, if we want to print each element of an array, we can use for each to log them to the console. Another difference is that map is chainable, meaning that we can attach other methods after it, such as filter, reduce, or sort. This allows us to perform multiple operations on the array in a concise way. For example, if we want to filter out the odd elements of an array, scale them, and then sort them, we can use map followed by filter and sort method. However, for each method is not chainable, meaning that we cannot use other methods after it. Therefore, we should use map when we want to return a new array or chain other methods, and use for each when we want to perform some side effects on the original array. And that is it for today's video. So in this video, we learned how to use the map method of arrays to create a new array based on the original one. We saw how to pass a callback function to the map method and how to use parameters of the callback function to access the current element. We also saw some examples of using the map method to transform the data in an array, such as squaring numbers and reformatting objects. The map method is powerful and versatile tool that can help us manipulate and process arrays in JavaScript. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.